Marist against Wheaton Warrenville South. Hello everybody, I'm Jim Blaney along with John Cohn, and today we have an interesting contrast of teams. Maybe one of the most dominant high school programs in the whole state. We'll talk about the Tigers in a second, but for the Redhawks, John, they're not intimidated coming into this game. They know they can beat Wheaton Warrenville South.
Well, they can indeed, and they're coming off a huge afternoon semifinal victory over the undefeated and favored Maine South team. So Marist's got all kind of momentum. They want to knock off the champion. Wheaton Warrenville South is the champion, and we got a state championship game. Should be a great atmosphere.
Wheaton Warrenville South, not just the defending state champion, but the three-time state defending champion. John, they're looking for their fourth state title in a row. 7 state titles in a decade. This may be one of the most dominant high school programs in any sport anywhere in the state.
You don't want to overuse that word dominant, but I think in the case of Wheaton Warrenville South, it is indeed true. And this was supposed to be a rebuilding year for them, Jim. They struggled a little bit early, but at the end of the season, they've come alive, and here they are again in the state championship game.
Marist is a roster dominated by juniors and seniors, and it's a senior Casey Gray that's their best player.
He is very, very good, all-conference kid. And it's a balanced team. Hard to pick out one star, but Casey Gray, outstanding. You see, he's a good all-around player. 271 kills, 83 blocks, 25 aces, 183 digs. Tremendous all-around talent, the senior.
And John, you mentioned the fact that Wheaton Warrenville South expected this to be a rebuilding year. One of the reasons why is they have sophomores, juniors, and seniors on their roster. It's a junior that's one of their best players, Eric Larson. We saw him play during football in the fall.
Yeah, he got a state championship in football, and Eric Larson's looking to get one here in volleyball, too. He played as a sophomore in their state championship team. He is their big hitter. You see there, 379 kills, 29 blocks, 38 aces. Only a junior, but clearly their feature offensive player.
A state championship on the line today here at Hoffman Estates High School. We'll have the starting lineups coming up in just a moment as we get ready for the IHSA Boys Volleyball Championship game right here on the CN100 High School Game of the Week.
Record, but Marist knocked him off in a dramatic 3-set match. The third game was 25-22. So I guess one of the questions is how much did that wear Marist out? Or on the flip side, do they carry that momentum into this game? We'll see how they react.
Right.
But that was a classic match this afternoon. Wheaton Warrenville South won this morning a little bit easier, 2 straight in their semifinal game.
What I always tell people when they ask that question is they're all 17 and 18. I think they're fine.
You see the traditions of high school volleyball. The players will shake hands. A lot of these guys, of course, compete against each other in club volleyball. Wheaton Warrenville South, a lot of their players, almost all of them, compete in the Sports Performance Club. And Marist team, you got guys playing for the Attack Club team and for Ultimate. And there's a couple graduates.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about.
That's a good look.
They've graduated. And of course, too, if you play a Saturday state championship game, a lot of these schools, you graduate in the morning and you go play your state championship game in the afternoon. That happens a lot as well. I know that girls soccer, their championship game is also this week, and that happens a lot for the girls. Just about ready to go. Wheaton Warrenville South, they will serve first. Bodie Ebergeni. He will serve first for the Tigers.
Yeah, he came off the bench for him last year and stepped in as a senior, as a starter. Here we go, state championship volleyball, folks. Best 2 out of 3, 25 points
Wheaton
to win the game.
Warrenville South looking for their 4th championship in a row, and Marist will strike first as they lead a 1-0, John.
It's their all-state middle hitter, David Nelson, who comes up with the big block right there. Get a look at Eddie Yerkes, one of their senior team leaders.
Yerkes puts it in play. Very quick point to get us started, and that one will go over the sideline, and Wheaton Warrenville South has their first point of this championship match.
You see him setting Eric Larson. That's the young man we featured in the Open. These two teams, Jim, did meet once during the season in the Tiger Classic in the semifinals, and Marist beat Wheaton Warrenville South 2 straight, but that was a long time ago, early in the season.
Tom Jeske now serving for Wheaton Warrenville South. Free ball. The Tigers just tried to put it in play on the other side of the net. They miss, unforced error. Marist will serve, and they lead 2-1.
And again, for the fans that are new to high school volleyball, 25 points to win the game. See the young junior Kevin Murphy. You got to win by 2. Rally scoring. Every point counts. You don't have to serve to score anymore.
And Marist able to keep that one alive. Set up by Dempsey. Back in the Wheaton Warrenville South end of the floor, and putting it away is Matt Nussbaum, one of the seniors for Wheaton Warrenville South.
Yeah, nicely done. Nussbaum, the super sophomore, 6 feet 5 inches tall. You talk about a drive down right there in the open spot of the Marist defense. Well done by the young soph.
Thanks for bailing me out. He's a sophomore, John, not a senior. Tied at 2, and the Tigers get it again and again. On the front line for Wheaton Warrenville South, that time it's Matt Wilkins, and he is a senior.
Yes, he is, and his brother Eric is too. You're going to see a couple of Wilkins out there. Eric right there, the setter. His brother Matt, the outside hitter.
Wheaton Warrenville South, their first lead of this match. Nice block at the net by Lurson. Marist able to keep it alive. Tigers set it up. There's Lurson again, and Wheaton Warrenville South gets the point. It goes off of the hands of Garrett Dempsey.
Yeah, they're going to feed Eric Lurson early and often. Number 15, just keep feeding him the spikes and let him keep pounding it down. He is their workhorse, only a junior.
Tigers looking for a little bit of separation here. They lead it by a pair. They get it set, and that set was a little bit behind Nussbaum, and that's something you see. Sometimes when the set is behind you, it throws off the timing of the defense, and this is what happened here.
Yep, watch it right here. Sometimes it's a power game, and sometimes it's a soft touch game.
Served by Wilkins, just a little bit long. Point for Marist. They trail at 5-3, and now they will serve, and going back to serve is Garrett Dempsey.
Yeah, he is the East Suburban Catholic Conference Player of the Year, Jimmy. A second team All-Stater. He's their setter.
Set up, and that is wide. Trying to get the left-handed kill was Matt Wilkins, and got a lot of that one. That was well wide.
Good look at Dempsey right there for Marist, or I'm sorry, that was Eddie Yerkes. You'll also see the libero in the back row. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Marist back within 1. Now they tie it up. Carry called on Matt Wilkins.
And a Marist fan. That's a long drive, Jimmy, for the Marist fans that come up from the south side up here to Hoffman Estates High School, but they have traveled well.
Especially with all that construction on 355, my goodness. Blocked at the net. And blocked by Kevin Morrison. Now Marist back out in front.
He is a young junior who's playing more and more. Really stepped in big this year. There you see the dig, the nice up, and watch the beautiful block. It's all about timing on the block. Nice job by Morrison.
Set, outside hit, and goes off the hands of the Marist Redhawks. Wheaton Warrenville South gets a point back just like that.
Eric Lurson's got his game working early. They are getting the ball to him. Eric Wilkins, the setter. Eric Lurson, the big hitter, the outside hitter.
Tied up at 6. Back set. Nice kill. Coming from the outside, that was Eddie Yerkes.
Yeah, Eddie Yerkes, he's a senior out of St. Alexander Junior High. He's kind of their fire plug guy, kind of their spark plug guy. Keeps everybody up, very spirited individual.
Marist on top, 7-6. Blocked at the net. Redhawks able to save it. Now Wheaton Warrenville South will work off a free ball. Blocked at the net. Once again, that was Kevin Morrison's second block of the game.
Yeah, they had a double block going. Kevin Morrison, Pat Meyer right there. The Marist fans enjoying that. Pretty even match so far. 8-6 serves are key. You see a lot of players do the jump serve. There it is right there. But you got to put it in play. That's one of the keys.
Marist went on a run early. Wheaton Warrenville South came on, and that was touched by one of the Redhawks, and then it goes out. So a point for Wheaton Warrenville South.
Matt Wilkins, the hitter. You got Lurson, who's the bomber, but Wilkins is a very, very solid secondary offensive threat for Wheaton Warrenville.
Dan Priest, the libero for Wheaton Warrenville South, serving, goes off of Priest and out. Marist leading 9-7.
Good hit that time by number 8, Tommy Clark, who's coming in off an injury. And there you see Matt Amendola, the setter, with the serve. That time he goes with the float.
Amendola, a little short of the serve, so it will go right back to Wheaton Warrenville South.
Yeah, With the rally scoring, you lose the point. That's what makes it so key. You see Matt Wilkins, the opposite hitter for Wheaton Warrenville. Little floater serve.
Wheaton Warrenville South down by 1, but they are serving, and that point will go to Marist. They lead at 10-8.
Yeah, a good little short set that time. David Nelson, the middle hitter. Kind of faked him out, a little quick set, and Nelson pounded it down.
Morrison serves. Second time in a row on a Marist serve, they don't get it in play.
Marist has been a top 10, top 5 team all year long. Wheaton Warrenville South for a while. Jimmy was out of the rankings. They worked their way back in. I think they're on a 13-game win streak. There's a good hit.
I was just about to say Marist getting hurt by unforced errors, but that was a kill, and that was a big one by Dave Nelson.
Yeah, he is a force. We talked about it. A first-team All-Stater in the middle. David Nelson headed to University at Dayton next year.
11-9. Marist leads. They get a block, and the point will go back to Wheaton Warrenville South. The ball never came back over the net.
Right, it's just amazing. You see Bill Schreier in your picture right there, the longtime coach. Coaches, by the way, are now allowed to stand up. That's a brand new rule this year. Some coaches choose to keep with the tradition, but you see Bob St. Ledger, he's standing up too.
Redhawks get it over to the Wheaton Warrenville South side of the net. Tigers have it set up, partially blocked. Redhawks able to save it. Wheaton Warrenville South, they set up the outside hit. Redhawks again get a hand on it, keep it in play. Wheaton Warrenville South to dig, but it's going to be a point for Marist.
Best point of the match, Barry, or best point of the match, Jimmy, and it was Eddie Yerkes' defensive play on the back row early in that series that made the play. He made a great save, kept it alive. Good look on the replay there from our CN 100 camera crew.
Biggest lead either team has had so far is 2 points, and Wheaton Warrenville South back now to within 1 after Matt Nussbaum comes through.
Yeah, they are those that are thinking maybe you'll get Wheaton Warrenville South next year, forget about it. They got a loaded sophomore group. Matt Nussbaum with the spike right there, one of those sophomores.
Blocked at the net. Redhawks will try it again. Murphy puts it up in the air. And again, sometimes you mishit it a little bit. It throws off the defense, and that was the case there as Marist picks up another point, and they will serve now. Going back to serve is Dempsey.
Saw Kevin Murphy wearing the black shirt. He's the libero, a young junior.
Back set. And right now, Marist able to answer anything Wheaton Warrenville South has, and now the biggest lead of the match so far as Marist goes up 14-11, second kill of the game for Casey Gray.
Yeah, that's the young man we talked about in the open. Good look on the replay. Great up, great dig by Murphy, and then Casey Gray puts it away. The senior headed to Marquette next year. One of their team captains, nice hit.
Wheaton Warrenville South trying to get something going and nothing doing right now. Blocked at the net that time by Kevin Morrison.
Boy, the junior combination of Meyer, the senior, Morrison, the junior, doing a nice job blocking. Billy Schreier going to call timeout. Good first match, evenly competed. You see the Marist team fired up after that block by Kevin Morrison.
Biggest lead of the match right now as Marist leads 15-11.
Here's the double block. Wilkins tried to hit over, and again, it's a power game, but it's also a timing game.
Tune in on Mondays at
Jim, and certainly this year, all the great fans showing up to the basketball games, football games, soccer, water polo, whatever event we've done, the fans really do make the event. They add so much to the atmosphere coming out and cheering on their respective schools.
Dempsey serving now for Marist. Wheaton Warrenville South, they're not getting anything going at the power game. That time they try to throw it over the front line for Marist. Redhawks had the answer.
That time Wilkins hit over the double block.
And one of the Wheaton Warrenville South players goes across the midcourt line, and it'll be a point for Marist.
Yeah, Pat Meyer will get credit for the hit, and the referees are right on it, making the call. Marist opening up a 16-11 lead again. They're coming off a big early afternoon semifinal upset, if you want to call it, but big win over Maine South.
Right now, the Redhawks just playing some outstanding volleyball. They are looking confident. They are looking in control. They lead it by 5, trying to get one more point. Tigers got a partial block of that one. Now they set up going the other way, and that was blocked. It went off one of the Tigers, and it'll be a point for Marist. It went off of Matt Wilkins.
And if you're Matt Wilkins right now, you see the Marist fans enjoying that number 12. He's getting a little bit frustrated.